Good morning, everybody. So thank you to be here for my report, my presentation on my report of my fourth year at IDRAC in International Business Development. So today I'm here because I'm gonna speak to you about first the company Boracay in itself, an advertising object producer and seller of advertising objects. So first, to begin, just a quick diagnostic on the company of Boracay. So we are 23 collaborators in 2017, and here you can see an evolution between 2016 and 2018 in order to show the number of customers, the number of orders, and then the turnover and the turnover per customer. So I'm not gonna speak to you about all the numbers that you can see here. I'm gonna speak to you about the evolution that we can see between 2016 and 2018. So we see that the turnover is growing, the number of customers per year is growing too, and it gives at the end a turnover of 10,584 around 84,000 euros, and we have around 220 products that we produce and we sell. So about the internal analysis, so what we do basically, we have different activities. So this is first sourcing, very important. It is what we do. Product development, because when we have found the company and different products, we need to find how to produce it in a good way. Then the production, the sale, of course. And we do sourcing in China and we sell these products in France, so we have the transportation and the stock that are very important too. So we have two different key success factors that you can see here. We have the lean production. Inside the lean, that is a key success factor, and inside the lean production, we have no stock, first in, first out method, and management of risk, the efficiency, and the knowledge of international markets that are very important for us, because we know the market, we know how to deal with it, we know how to act with the Chinese market and French market. And we have another key success factor that is manufacture to order. And there is a link with lean production because there is no stock, very important, first in, first out. The efficiency, we need to be very efficient and very fast. And the management of risk, of course, that plays a huge role in this key success factor, because we do international business. So as you know, probably you have some risk linked to the transportation, to the difference of raw materials. So you have a lot of law about that you have to respect, of course. So the PESTEL, just a quick overview of the PESTEL. So politically in Europe there are no borders. So this is a real advantage for us, because for the transportation of goods, this is really easier for us to work. In France, you have the 2FPCO, that is a community that is a professional that is specified on the advertising market, and that protect the advertising market and put some rules. Economically, in Europe, people do not spend too much in ads objects. But in France, they are more willing to spend money in it because they know this is very important for their marketing. And this is a plus for us because for the majority we sell in France. Socially, there is a huge attraction for the made in France, so we try to do it for some products, but for just one or two because we can't be competitive with products that are made in France because this is too expensive to produce. But we keep it in mind, and we are working on it in order to have some products that could be made in France and that we could sell with a nice margin for us, an interesting margin. Technologically, this is a real plus because there are always new products that are more and more connected, like speaker, like products for mobile phone, earphone connected that we can do in Asia or in China, and that are modern and that are very interesting for many people. Ecologically and legal. So ecologically, we have the ROHS and REACH, or REACH norms that want to protect the human well-being and the environment, because now we have to act in a smart way and to respect the environment and people, like if we produce in China. This is very important for us. Now that you know a little bit more about the pastel, I'm gonna tell you more about the SWOT analysis quickly, because this is not the most interesting part of this report. So the strength of the companies, we have a good notoriety. There is a good development of new technologies, like I said before. We have a stable financial situation, a large range of products that create less risk, good management of Chinese market, and like weaknesses, we have a lack of curiosity from workers that have a tendency to rest on what they know, not enough presence on other markets than the one in France, and opportunities for the market. So there are new technologies, new emerging countries, that we will see later that could be interesting, and there are qualified workers in new emerging countries. The threats, the market is far away, so there are a lot of logistics about that around it. Corruption problems between different countries in China, of course. Difficult to make loyal relationships, and we need a local agent. Sorry, technical problem. Okay. Oh, so the subject of my report is the sourcing in China. Why? Because Boracay's activity is to do sourcing from China to France. And this is also a worldwide actuality in an environment more and more globalized. So what is sourcing? Is gonna be specified. Which factors to take into account when we do sourcing, which factors to take into account when we do sourcing in China, and which countries are the next potential emerging countries we could source in. So a quick definition of sourcing. So this is the research of products and services in the purchasing process of companies. So what I want to say by that is that you need to find a product in an emerging countries very often that has low cost industry in order to sell it in your own country. We are gonna see that the sourcing impact on the supply chain is very important, on delays, of course, the goods comes from another part of the world and come in France, so you have some problems of delays. Stock gestion, because if you have some problem of delays, sometimes your stock is not full and you have some problem because you can't provide the goods to your customers. There is a logistic cost too, because more people are involved in the transportation of goods, so you have to pay more, you have more costs, of course. And there is linked with logistic costs, there is an important management of operations, because the goods come from far away and you have to manage all the way to provide the goods to your customers. So quickly, you will see in the report more precisely that there are different types of sourcing. The strategic one, standard procurement, physical transfer, of course, subcontract, if you have a subcontractor in China directly, the external services provider, if you want to externalize a part of your sourcing, and the e-sourcing now with internet that have all totally revolutionized the world of sourcing, and it was a real impact, very strong impact on the way to do sourcing nowadays. So why China? Because this is a new market. There is a high growth, very competitive country. So and the most important is there is a high know-how to make goods and high technologies. China has a bad reputation, because we think products that come from China are not good quality, but this is wrong. If you give enough money, they produce very good products. And according to Williamson and Ming, if you want to go and to do sourcing in China, you have three choices. You have the innovation of costs. You will see in my report more precisely. Or you give an inclusive directive to subsidiary, because they need to deal directly with China. Or you ally with a Chinese actor. That is more often the easiest way to do it, because they trust Chinese people, and this is very important for you to have a Chinese actor that is already implanted on the country. So the next potential markets after China that could be potential producers, according to McKinsey, could be the Bangladesh, Vietnam, India, Myanmar, or Cambodia. And to conclude, my problematic is China still a profitable country to do sourcing? I'm gonna answer this question because yes, China has a great potential. It will be for sure for me the next first world power in the next years, and now they do not copy anymore. They think and they imagine, so it's gonna be a real plus for them. There are new potential entrance countries, but there are not enough matter for the moment to make to deal with them. It's too early. So to conclude, China is still a profitable country for sure. And now that I know that, for my next year, fifth year subject, I think I'm gonna dig a little bit more in it. And the question will be, is China going to stay a sourcing country for the next 10 years? And we will see what will happen with a qualitative approach, with expert interviews. I hope you had a great time, and thank you for your time. Thank you very much. Bye.